What is up, YouTube? It is Matty and welcome to a big war recap. I hope you're ready for this one. It is against the Swarm. And first thing I'd like to do is apologise. I was not able to get a recap out for PwC versus Poetic Darkness. They did win. Props to them. It was an awesome war. Poetic Darkness, I think we played them, there you can see, 44 days ago, where we won by 2 points, and this time we lost by 2 points. And it was simply down to the fact that they showed up on the day on the upper town halls, on the town hall 11s, town hall 10s versus town hall 10 triples we won on, but 11 dips we failed on. They were just the better team on the day. So huge shout out to the boys over there. I mean, it was a sick war, to be fair. Anyway, war and recapping is the Swarm, so let's jump into this one. And again, apologies for the Poetic Darkness one. The maintenance break came out on the day after the war, and I just couldn't record it. I couldn't get it recorded in time. I didn't expect the maintenance break, and it just wiped everything. It wiped a few of these attacks as well. Cause it was just like the day after the finish, the day after, because I couldn't, I was at an MMA class on the Monday, and then so got home from work on Tuesday, and boom, done. Anywho, so this war we're going to show most of the attacks. Bit of a mismatch, to and fro a little bit, because they had 6 town hall 11s versus our 3, which is quite a significant difference. And we had down to number 15 on our Town Hall 10s, whereas they were down to number 11, I believe. So if I just jump in and have a little look, and you can see some replays are not available. And 12, yeah, so we had 4 extra Town Hall 10s, but they had 3 extra Town Hall 11s. So yeah, with a 4-point difference. So how did we do? We cleared all the Town Hall 9s. I don't think there were any dips. We'll have a quick... I wouldn't tell you what, we'll flick through all the attacks that we can. I'm going to show basically most of the attacks. Anything that's not a dip or anything on the top end of the board, I'll be a bit more selective. But we're going to start with Oda taking down number 29. And yeah, Queen Walk GoVaHo, it's still very popular, rightly so. It's a very, very strong attack. Depends on the base layout, of course, and how much value you can get from the Queen Walk. HGHB, Hogs, Giant Healer, Bowlers seems to be a very big strategy that's been hit the mainstream, I guess, in the war scene. It seems to have a very high hit rate. So you'll probably see quite a bit of that this war. The last video that I just uploaded, I did one. I've done a couple on the FC. I haven't been playing much on my Town Hall 9 though, so I'm not the best at it yet. Like the way he created, it's like a Town Hall 10 walk almost, with the in and out. Nice use of Giant as well, actually, because if you look what the Giant does, it gets the CC pull and it distracts the defences, so meaning it's not having to use the rage. And then by the time he gets to drop the rage spell, it's going to help the Queen, it's going to help the Valkyries and the King, just to push through. Queen on Queen didn't need the ability either, so that was all really cool. The rage didn't touch the healers, but it didn't matter. Great little drop of the Hogs there. You just got to hope he doesn't catch a giant bomb, because he's run out of spells. I don't think there will be one just there. I was about to say by the expo there might be a double, so you might see that the Giant won't pull off the second one. Does 2 have been triggered so far? Good use of loons there, by the way, to take down the Tesla and the mortar, and potentially the Wizard Tower if they can survive just that long enough, which it looks like they can. And you can see it was a double giant bomb over there. The Hogs were caught by it. The healers aren't going to switch target, but yeah, really strong Queen Walk. I think the breaking out, which I thought it was actually the break in for the King and Valkyries. But again, very strong attack, nice use of everything, just looked natural, without, and it worked nicely. So that's always a good thing to see on Queen Walk GoVaHo, because things can go wrong. We're gonna have a look at another one. Slightly more Valkyries, I think, but these lower bases, they're still tough, because layout is king over everything. So if you have got level 1 expos or slightly lower level cannons or arch towers or whatever, that that is one thing. It does help make the base that little bit easier. But if you've got a really bad layout with max defense, it's so much easier to take down than a lower base with an amazing layout. So yeah, I'm not saying that this layout is particularly amazing, by the way. I'm just saying that even though they are sort of lower level in terms of defense levels, don't write it off as a bad attack or attacking a lower base per se, because the layout, I think, trumps, as I said, the actual defense levels. So the Queen Walk's going okay, very controlled so far. Just got to worry about, I was going to say the air defense was going to start hitting the healers, and it did. Rage there to speed it up, but the one healer had already gone down. Unfortunately, the rage was out of the healers, which is very unfortunate. Could have done with slightly better placement there, but now they move into it and he gets the benefit, which is what he needed to begin with, but it doesn't matter. It's happened better late than never. Bowlers in the CC, bowlers can add big value depending on the base, but if you can keep them alive or away from like flanking defenses, just like that cannon, they obviously, the extra range that they can get and the bounce off with the double damage that they can do is very effective against in certain scenarios. Don't seem to be doing much here though. That's the only thing. That now that arch tower's gone, maybe they'll get the cannon and they'll start putting damage on that dark storage. But it's not huge value. It's when they can double hit onto a second defense, that's when it gets really impressive, with the bowlers being put to work. But good use of hogs so far. I like the fact the healers have switched target. Is the queen dead? Have I missed something? Where did his queen die? Am I being stupid? I think I am a little bit. Is he going to swag out a heal as well? That'd be cool if he did. I think he is, and I've completely confused myself and thrown myself off here. The queen died somewhere, but I don't know where, and I don't know. Oh yeah, there she is. Look, that's going to be his queen, isn't it? Because she was heading that way. Apologies for missing that, but yeah, attack all came together quite nicely in the end. So good deployment, swag heal spell, looking cool. Good job by Jason. Moving up the board with Achilles on the next one. Again, defenses are, the point defenses almost max, just a couple of cannons by what I can see. Heroes are high, sorry, no, I thought it was 30-30 then, it's 20-20. But still, 20-20 is okay. Wizards being used to funnel here, and this is more of a HGHB. This is what we're going to see. Huge group of giants there, and doesn't really matter what comes out of the CC. Doesn't matter if they're jumping straight into the queen. What you do is you combine a poison to slow down the queen's speed of attack, so she's giving the giants a chance to recover some of that HP. And you use rage spells just to speed up the process, get the queen down, and the biggest risk, and what you can see sometimes, like here, classic example, the troops are split up a bit. The bowlers, they're not doing much. They're hitting a piece of wall, getting a bit of ricochet on the CC, but other than that, really not much. So they're just going to go to waste. So kind of probably 20-25 troop space just gone to waste right there, doing absolutely jack all. You got another group here where the kings ran outside. The healers are getting hit by an air defense. It's all going pretty bad, if we're being honest. He's got all his hogs left, so when's he going to use those? And that's going to come down to the timing now. This is why this attack is so powerful, because everything can go wrong, but you can actually still swag off a 3-star just with a bit of good time and a bit of adjustment on the fly. He needs the healer to switch target here, really, to go onto those giants, because they are starting to melt away. All their health is low. They've been hit by a few giant bombs up there, and they're not looking strong. And he decides in the end, Achilles does, just to spunk those hogs all in. And it pays off, actually, because he doesn't catch any giant bombs. There's mainly Teslas over there. Does catch a skelly trap, which if he had a poison it would be ideal for now, but that's not going to happen. So the hogs are getting hit, but there's only a few defenses left. So once that Tesla goes down, once the queen, with the ability by the way, takes the king down, and maybe a few extra defences. He has got a few giants, a king, a wizard, a couple of other troops that can be used to help finish it off. The question is, can the queen get in and help take down those defences, or is it going to be the king that's going to go and do it? It is a max piece of wall, so he's only got a few lava walls. He's managed to place them perfectly. Good use of wizards there, by the way. The wizards being used to help take down those defences, and he's looking for a nice little strong finish here. Gonna get it, gonna get the triple, and boom, there it is. So everything did go wrong, but managed to swag it and still use the HHB to drop the 3. So moving up, Judge Booty, no. Scott, no. 24, Odede, no. Snoopy, no. 22, yeah. KC, let's see. This is HGHB, 11 giants. Dragons, baby drags can be used quite often to help create the funnel. What you've got to do with the strategy, from what I've seen, create your funnel, make it relatively straightforward. Then you dump your giants down, use a poison if there's a hero on them immediately. Get the queen down, get everything else down pretty quick in terms of queen, king, unless you're relying on a bit of extra funneling to happen. And bowlers, I mean, you don't need to wait unless that you want certain layers of buildings to go down because you think they're going to run around. But look at this. Funnels started to be created already. Unfortunately, that Tesla position has caught him a little bit because he's under double hero fire here. You're going to want to poison. The poison is down. Could have done it down a bit quicker. Wizards funneling now, looking okay. Need that lab to go down. And you can see now the queen's down, the king's down, the bowlers are down. Gonna want to consider a rage battle soon. Another poison there, making sure that poison was down quick enough so that the damage per second was slowed down by those defensive units. Once that camp to go down, which it does, you want those giants to redirect actually. So he's got to hope that these bottom troops break through first, and if they do, it will be massively beneficial over that north wall breaking. That it does break, it does allow the giants through, but they don't redirect, so they're going for the Tesla. So we've got a split here, can go a little bit pear-shaped, but the healers have split, which is the perfect scenario that could have happened there. As long as you keep that, at the moment in time, look what's happening. All those defences are getting ricochet hit, just destroyed, but the bowlers are doing a great work. This is where they actually can come in quite useful. Bowlers actually being useful for once. Hogs looking good there. Heal spell was a good call because of the giant bomb. But look what's happening. There's you'll notice the defences are running out. There's not that many left now. Just needs to deal with these double wizard tower Tesla combo. Going to want those hogs to help out probably, and you can see he drops the hogs in from the flanking side to go and take down that arch tower, get rid of it. It does get rid of it. Still got the double wizard tower Tesla there. The queen's coming to help play. She's going to take down the one wizard tower. Looks like the queen's going to be the saviour of this raid. She comes back through, takes down those other defences, and the raid is done. And breathe. Anyway, thank you KFC for... And there is a dip. Sorry, one dip. Okay, Mruxim on at number 20. Let's go. Okay, similar attack using a baby drag, slightly less healers. There are 3 instead of 4, which means you can take a couple of extra hogs, maybe a bit of extra cleanup, or funneling troops. Giants down, no heat. They're not dealing with any heroes directly. Nice little use of baby drag there, and a wizard. Don't know if he needed the wizard as well. Probably not. Got some wizards helping, following with behind the giants, which is a cool little idea as well, because that's going to throw in some DPS there. Nice jump spell placement, and that's going to allow the everything through to make sure things don't deviate. That's the biggest worry I've told. We've spoke about it a few times, when everything starts to deviate off, because it can cause a massive issue. The problem here you've got is that those testers are doing some damage to those bowlers, and the bowlers are almost negated before they really get into the core of the base and do their mass effect. The jump spell was good, but it didn't get you too deep into the base. Like, it didn't open up a huge portion of it, but I guess it was funneling and guiding them through nicely. the problem you're going to have soon here with the queen is that she is basically unprotected, and that arch tower is going to get her while she's taking down storages unless something changes. I don't know if it will. If it was me, I'd probably, if I was watching it, I'd definitely throw a few hogs on that arch tower, get it down, allow the queen to just carry on walking around at the edge doing her thing. Healers on the giants is looking good. That is bringing their health up very nicely. King's doing okay. Just going to need to make good use of these final hogs now. Ideally, you want that queen to go down. Sorry, the king to go down. Nothing really there going to take him down yet, though. So he's just sending in some test hogs for now. I don't know if he's trying to trigger off that double giant bomb set. The giants are going to pull off the other double, maybe. Looks like they've caught the single, not the double yet. The king is still alive. The queen is still alive. Queen is doing golden actually, and the king to boot. 4 hogs left in the CC, in the camp space. That's looking good, and the hogs will go and finish up that wizard tower. There we go. Oh, caught another giant bomb, so just the angle of the hogs there didn't help him out that much. The heal spell, I don't think he needs it because of the king and the queen. He just needs to finish off that wizard tower, which he's done. We're at 99%. That's the corner hut, and it is down. Had an extra little treat there to finish it up. Looking good. Nice little attack. Fred, what have you got for us? Quick, just a straight up GoVaHo. Assume it's a GoVaHo. I'm assuming there's a golem in the CC there. We're going to find out very soon. Is a golem, so it is a GoVaHo. You don't see it much these days, I guess, in our clan at least. Just straight up GoVaHo. Obviously, back in the day, Queen Walk GoVaHo was the go-to strategy, or was standard GoVaHo was the main thing. But these days, it's more Queen Walk GoVaHo. HGHB, Larloon, Queen Walk Larloon, those sorts of things are your main attacks you get to see day in and day out. So when you do get to see one of the more old school attacks, whether it be a GoVaHo or, as in this case, straight up GoVaHo, it is interesting. Double jump, getting deep into the base, pushing all the way across, got to get the queen. Probably going to end up using that second heal on the Valkyries again. Yeah, look, so you can see all spells used for the Valkyries. Get them through, and then just use hogs to get those flanking defenses. Use giants to distract. So it's keeping to all the standards of one of the old school attacks. Looking good though, looking good. I think he might catch a giant bomb by that expo. Queen's coming to save the day either way. Maybe they might run across. No, fully dodged. Maybe. Looks like we fully dodged a bullet there. I don't. Looks like they're dancing around those spots. In fact, I think most of the giant bomb spots have actually been uncovered. Looking at the map, you can see one on the Queen spot there, and another double over here. So no, maybe I was chatting a bit of rubbish. Loons can be useful on the Queen, on just the standard GoVaHo as well, just in case there's some exposed defences that the Valkyries aren't going to take down that are not covered by air defences. Anything you can use can help. Next one we got on the board is number 18 with Alex. So let's have a little look at the strategy he was using, and it is HGHB. So as I said, baby drags can be used quite frequently in this sort of attack. In fact, I think, but it's fair to say, baby drags have made a nice little sort of movement into most army compositions these days. They are just very useful for funneling. So in this example, the baby drag's already taken 2 buildings down, and a defense, and a 3rd building as well, before it finally got taken down. Useful for funneling, useful for actually taking down exposed defences as well, although obviously it's not the cheapest unit, being at 10 housing space. Similar sort of standard sort of fashion in the delivery so far of the HGHB. Just getting those healers, giants, heroes, bowlers, everything into the core. Unfortunately, Air Defense 1 is causing a bit of or Air Defense 2 is causing a little bit of an issue, but it's all good. And you notice how quickly those bowlers took down the Queen then under rage. It was just like crazy. They just absolutely slammed her. King and Queen have gone off course a little bit. That's probably going to cause a little bit of an issue, particularly if the Queen goes inside that compartment, which she seems dead set on doing. She's really not going to get much from it, so She's going to end up having to walk outside anyway, but the healers seem to be following the bowlers, so we've got a bit of a bowler walk happening. King's getting absolutely battered. The Queen's going to have to go through the wall that the King's broke through now. And it's down to the Hogs really. Luckily he's kept a heal spell for the Hog Riders, so they're going to help out, but the defences are diminishing. Sort of pre-heal there just in case there was a giant bomb. There wasn't, but better safe than sorry, to be fair, especially in a big war. And the Queen walks away with her ability in check. So yeah, it's hard to pinpoint this attack. It can go, it's so unpredictable. It just relies on you being able to cope with the mishaps that are most likely going to happen. This is more of a Queen walk GoVaHo, so we'll see. You know, nice big spread out base. Can be very susceptible to this sort of attack. Is there bowlers in the CC? Is there extra Valks? We're going to find out soon. Apologies there, guys. I accidentally hit pause on my laptop. No idea why. Just a noob move by me. But we can see Queen Walk started. He's going to get a couple of defences down on the Queen Walk. Already got the Queen down. Here comes defence number 2. We'll get that Wizard Tower as well on the way past, you'll see, because it's in range. So that's defence number 3. And she's on course. He doesn't need to worry about breaking into a wall until we talk about this piece over here, because that air defence is going to kill the Queen. Kill the healers, which will kill the Queen. Defense number 4 about to go down now, and then the Hound. Don't know why I said Expo there. Probably because the Expo is shooting the Queen. So once the Hound's dealt with, he will use the poisons to sort of control the pups. You can see there they go. Pups come in. Poison 1 is down, looking okay. Just hopefully those healers don't die. Wife is back home now already. The noise has started, but it's fine. You can see Wall Breaker's part of the CC there. Is Valkyrie. It's a pure Queen Walk GoVaHo. Hogs are doing okay, or going to be, it looks okay so far. Everything's going to go inwards. Everything's going to go the right way. He won't get the second Expo. Maybe it's going to be the Hogs that are going to take that down, probably being placed onto the mortar. But for now, looking good. The giant bombs being triggered is helpful, because you don't want those being triggered by the Hogs, because they'll just die. Queen's in a good spot actually if she can get that cannon and sweeper down. Questionable if she can reach the sweeper. I'm not 100% sure. I think we're about to find out. Looks like she can. She's going to get that down, which minimises any giant bomb risk of her being of it going into the corner. You can see actually pulled off a double giant bomb and a double skelly trap there right at the end. Could have used this perfect time to use a poison spell. Why didn't he use the poison spell? Probably forgot it. It was in the army. Because it's caused a little bit of an issue late in the raid, but it didn't cause the end of it. I think Chappie needs to check next time if he's got a poison, because it could have made that raid a little bit easier towards the end. Next one I'm going to show is number 15. Where are we? Here we go. I'm in with Fred, who is dropping a bit of a mixed up one actually. I assume it's a Queen Walk GoVaHo. But the Golem's there, the Valkyries, Hogs, so it's a proper Queen Walk GoVaHo. Let's have a look at how it pans out. Dragon in, doing its damage, creating that sort of pathway in for the Queen to do her walk. Already picked up 2 Teslas there. Gonna need to deal with them at some point. Is there another 2 Teslas near to where the King is now? We're gonna find out on the attack. Breaking the Queen in because the air defense positioning was unfavourable. We'll get a partial CC pull. We'll be able to finish that off soon, and she's in range, so it's good. Can he deal with all of the CC without actually using the ability or a rage? It looks like she's doing pretty good at the moment. I'm going to get most of that CC down, in fact all of it down without having to worry, so no rage and no ability needed yet. She is getting double fire on defenses, so she'll need a rage or ability, so she's looking good there. Probably the ability might be used to take down the King, I don't know, or even another rage spell might do the trick. We're about to find out though. That third Tesla's popped. taken down under the rage spell, taking down the king, looking good. So again, maximum use of that rage spell there, very efficient. The golem's gone in, the king's gone in with the Valkyries as well, so all that's working out nicely. Good heal spell, good jump placement, that'll get in towards the queen compartment. Nice use to take down the cannon there, so everything's going very well. In fact, it's so well that he's been able to use a second rage spell to really help boost up those Valkyries. I mean, the guy hasn't got many Valkyries in the attack, but still making great use out of them. Hog's coming in at the back end there just to take down some final point defense. And the wizard tower, that's looking good. I don't think there's any giant bombs going to be caught, mate. I mean, you know, that's it. They're all gone. And you can tell how efficient certain points of this raid were by the troops that are left at the end here. It's just it was a strong attack from the get-go, and I kept pointing out, yeah, all the things I was pointing out along the way just goes to show it did make a big difference towards the end, because it just looked very comfortable. Fred has the ability to do that with attacks. I've seen him do it a few times now. We have got a couple towards the top of the board here. Chappie being next. Let's have a look. Dropping in a Larlin, whether it's a Penta or a CB, we're going to find out very soon. The Queen's going to need to die either way. It's probably going to be a straight up King-Queen swap on that. Poison down's a good idea. It's going to be a King Rage swap, so there you go. All looking good on that. He will, or should be able to get a couple of those arch towers down as well. That would be great. One down. Can he get the other one? Yes, he can. He will. Zapquake, another or a single AD there. And now we're left with a rage and a couple of hastes with just the CC. In fact, he's dealt with the CC, but the Queen will finish it all up, so that's good as well. Hopefully, well, yeah, that was all, again, very smooth. Looking good so far. So with an air defense gone, Queen gone, a couple of defenses gone as well. He's just gonna drop a Pentalarlin, but yeah, it is a Penta. So 4 hounds straight in. 5 hounds in total. 2 down at the moment. Onto the first air defense. Good loon placement so far. No problems there. Good use of haste at that point. 3rd hound going in now, and the 4th. It's pretty much everything in. Probably going to want to use a rage spell towards where the CC is, probably a little bit below it. Maybe to where the sweeper. I think that's an obvious rage spot. It'll go over the sweeper. Yeah, there you go. Look, see, it's like I called it. The hound sat on top of the air defense, looking great. It's taking some good damage as well, which is great. Great use of a couple of loons down the bottom. To come in and help take down those Teslas. I don't think that final that hound's going to pop. There is a good amount of cleanup on the board. I don't think this attack was going to be too close on time. Great amount of loons left. The attack was just solid. Worked out very nicely. The nice trade at the start with the Queen, that helped set it off. Manipulating the CC and taking that down. Zapquake, it all just added together nicely there. Ricola on number 13, which is the final of the Town Hall 9 attacks we're going to look at. Double jump, double healer. GoVaLo. So the GoVaLo is going to try and shoot for 4 air defenses, which you can see on the screen now. In fact, going to get 2 sweepers down as well in the process. Question is, will he get the Queen? It's a big ask, because she's got to jump quite a way. But he is using the double jump, and good use of heal there. We'll need a poison on the CC, which he has used, so that's all working okay. The question is, how far can the Valkyries go through, and can all those air defenses go through? So he is using all of the spells, minus the 1 haste spell on the kill squad, and in fact, looks like that Queen kill was really comfortable, and the 4 air defenses were very comfortable as well, and it's just looked very clean actually. This is a very good attack. Loons going in on the exposed defenses, looking great. Good deployment. Wow, this attack was just strong. Yeah, it's the simple and honest word for it. Great job by Ricola for making it look easy. If you can get 4 air defences on a big kill squad though and have 17 loons, which is a lot left to take down the rest, then you're going to be looking good. Okay. Our next raid on the board is number 10. Unfortunately, Ray Monster and Omar's attacks both got wiped, so we are unable to show them. So yeah, it is unfortunate, but it takes us into the Town Hall 10 action. Now, Balric's dropping a 3-star against this base is awesome because it's mass bowler attack, and you wouldn't think you'd be able to get away with it with 1 free spell, considering you are taking on 2 max Inferno towers. But you're gonna see, we're gonna see how it works out, because it is an impressive attack. So just a bit of funneling at the start. Whenever you do mass bowler, ideally you want to do a small queen walk onto the group of bowlers. So you can see here that it's all heading towards an entry through by the elixir storage here. The queen sort of meeting up with the bowlers at exactly the same time, so the timing's worked out well. Ideally so that the healers switch target, and they already have, so that's ideal working there. Jump spell's good. Poison spell's good, everything's working okay now. The free spell, I think I sort of missed it, but look at this, rage spell used. The Inferno goes down quickly. It's not really an anti-bowler base. It's not designed to combat against it. The best way to combat against it is by not allowing the Infernos to be both accessible with 1 jump. That's a pretty surefire way, but also moving them away from the walls as well, so they're not sort of susceptible to being hit. I think you need them 2 spaces away from walls, and again the space just was not set up for that. So when it came to actually throwing those bowlers in, it turned out to be massively overpowered and just melted the base. So it's as simple as that. The base was not set up to be anti-bowler, therefore bowlers absolutely wrecked it. They're just going to go finish up now. Swag Rage as well in the middle, which is a pretty big deal, to be fair, against a base that's got max Infernos, max Expos. Next one is Omar. Now look at the value of this one is the Queen Walk. He just dominates the Queen Walk. You'll see here. She is starting off slow, not taking any defences yet, but that'll soon improve. She'll take down the Wizard Tower next. It's the next natural defense, and then she's going to pull to the right, soon moving to the Arch Tower and Lab. I don't know how soon that'll be, but a great entry point here from those wall breakers. That's the difference between getting an air defense in the Queen and getting shot down and dead. So that's straightforward. So it's a great entry point. She's going to go in and out. I don't think she can get she can get the Town Hall actually, so she might be on that a little while unless she decides to carry on moving around the edge. If she dodged it, it's probably better. You don't want to sat there for all that time, and she has dodged it, and it's great. Beauty thing is, the Inferno Tower's radius is not going to get the Queen in trouble on her walk until she sort of breaks into the compartment over here, which she's inevitably going to have to break into anyway. This is a Town Hall 11, but it's more of a 10.5. I mean, the Warden's there, it's a low level. There are there's no Eagle Artillery. The expos aren't max, the defences aren't max, so I don't know what you'd even classify this base as, but it's nowhere near max, that's for sure. Great use of the Queen's doing really well here. Now this is the point, look, so she's done all that walk, taken down the Queen, all those defences, and she's now taken down an Inferno Tower as part of her walk, which is awesome. The Valks and the Bowlers doing great. Not many troops get into the Inferno compartment. You'll see here, what is it, 1, 2 Valkyries under rage, but that's enough to go and get the Inferno Tower down. Most of the Valkyries have ran around the edge, so they're getting just hit by all good knows what, point defense, splash damage, so they will inevitably die. But we are running low on defenses left. The Queen is looking good, the ability's there, the King's ability's there as well. So it's looking okay. I wouldn't be panicking at this point. I'd be thinking it was in the bag. Lo and behold, the queen abilities, or the queen's just there to finish up. So yeah, for me the highlight of that raid was the queen walk. It just really worked, and because it did such high value, it just resulted, it meant it was a very clean attack. Now this base, again, really not designed for Valkyries or bowlers really. It's just not good, because it's quite accessible. Now, good use of the dragon there at the start, got a defense as well as a bit of funneling. Both sides the dragons were useful. Don't think it's quite going to get the air, well, help to get the arch tower down, but look at this, that was beautiful there. The air defense went down, therefore it put no shots on any healers. He's got a great entry point to the base, free spell to tackle the first Inferno Tower, so as soon as that goes down, that's going to eliminate that threat. It's got a few shots off, but it's down in good time. The second Inferno Tower's froze already, and that's going to get no shots off, so great timing so far. The difficulty with these sorts of attacks, and I highly recommend you FC before going straight into war attack, is the timing of the spells, the troops and everything. Getting everything down in an orderly fashion, it's the difference between 3-starring and not, massively as well. It's not just like, oh, if you get it slightly off you won't. It's pretty much dead on. You need to get the rage spells and the freeze spells down quick enough. You need to get the poisons down when the CC comes out. So you need to really work on it in your head when certain things are going to trigger and what can trigger you to get the things down in the right order. Really think about the ordering of when to place the poison, when you're going to need the abilities, when you're going to need to drop the rage, the jump, the freeze, whatever it might be, because it makes a big difference in a 3-star and not a 3-star. Because bowlers are squishy, they'll die quick if they hit a double giant bomb, a triple giant bomb even in this case, which could have very easily killed all of his bowlers off. They're going to be in instant trouble. If they're then hit by multi-target Inferno, it's just going to wipe them out before they can even begin to think about recovering. The Queen Walk is worked very well. She's doing good. She's just clearing up the last few defences, and the base is done. So yeah, boy, making it look quite straightforward again. Once again, though, not the best base design, but still being able to capitalise on it is important. There's a lot of Tunnel 11 on 11. Obviously one of the replays we can't show, but we're going to keep it straightforward. There was a 97%, and that is the one we're going to show by Star Kitten, so just about not doing it there. It's the only one. 11 on 11 2-stars. There's really not much exciting about it. It's sometimes it's a necessity to ensure the win and to ensure the maximum stars we can gain. It's not easy to do an 11 on 11 triple, so sometimes when the doubles there happen, but you know, it's not always as exciting. So yeah, I like to keep the videos, of course, with the best possible content from the wars. Okay, so it's going to be a mass bowler with a huge chunk of miners to finish up. How he uses the miners is going to be the difference, and you can see here they are going straight in onto some point defense, taking down the wizard tower as well, and they are just swooping around the edge. In fact, you might see some bowlers on that Inferno tower before it goes down, and they just about got there but weren't able to put much damage up. I'm going to try and keep up with the base as well. You can see the bowler rush is working nicely. Everything's looked good so far. I don't know where this has sort of gone bad. Maybe the double giant bomb killed a lot of the miners, it looks like, so it doesn't look like there's many left unless I'm missing them elsewhere on the battlefield. So they seem to have died out. 4 giant bombs all quite close together. Giant bombs at 10 or 10, they're a crazy thing. Difficult to predict where they're going to be as an attacker, so it can they can really throw you off. Probably could have done with a heal on those bowlers, but I don't think he had many spells spare, to be honest, with the jumps and the everything else that was going on with the bowlers in the middle. But it looks like it's just all, the pace is just slowed down. It's run out. there's too many point defense left. He wasn't able to capitalize as much as he wanted on those bowlers to run around the edge. I think the giant bombs might have played a part in that. Maybe someone caught it while they were watching and I didn't quite notice, or maybe I was zoomed in too far and just completely missing what the main part of the attack actually was. Did get all the defences down there, which is cool. I mean, it's as straightforward as a single wizard at the top side would have, or the bowlers getting that a little bit further. Sorry, the miners getting that a little bit further. Let's have a look what happened to those miners. Since it's the last video and since we're finishing up here, I just wanted to have that little look to see where they went, because they seem to be in a good number, particularly at the point of that Inferno Tower. Not many seem to have died. We've got one dead over there, couple sprung. Giant bomb did some damage. They just slowly seem to be melting away. Cannon's doing some good damage to them, so yeah, I think it wasn't quite what I expected, which was that the giant bomb had caught a lot of them. I think it's more that they are a little bit squishy, and the defense has just got the better of them. They were not being tanked for at all, and when they're untanked, they're just vulnerable. It's like sending a group of hogs into a group of defences without any heal spell or anything to tank for them. They're just cannon fodder at that point, and it unfortunately didn't quite work out. So 97% star kit, and unfortunate on that one. Town 11s were all 2-starred. Town 10s, I would say they were all 3-star, but one got away. Then the top one, Mags, the rest were. A lot by Town 10 on Town 10, so you can see actually, if we look at 8 was by 10, 9 was by 10, 10 was by 10, 11 was by 10, and 12 was a Town Hall 9 hit anyway. So yeah, lots of good Town Hall 10 on 10, 11 on 11 2-stars. Unfortunately no triples from that. Didn't matter, the war was won. So hope you guys enjoyed this recap, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.